This is Now Breakfast with Chika Agu and Nabila Usman.
And for this week's Brands Now, we will take you on a journey as we focus on Utica Capital. Now, Utica Capital Limited is an asset management company that provides top-notch investment and fund management services to corporates, mass affluent, and retail clients in Nigeria. The company has its head office in Ikoyi, Lagos State, and offers varying investment products around equities, fixed income, real estate, and other alternative investment class, other investment asset class. And so, joining us this morning to discuss management of assets and investments is Aderonke Osho. She is a portfolio manager with Utica Capital. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Aderonke. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And thank you, Chika, for having me. Thank you, Radio Now. Having Utica here in studios. Thank you.
Always great to talk money, right?
Well, if you think so.
You know, as an aspiring member of the 1%.
That's fine.
Okay, so let's talk about asset management. When people talk about asset management, what exactly are we speaking of?
Okay, to bring it home to Nigeria, basically, sometimes there seems to be some sort of conflicting understanding of what asset management means. Some people think it's just properties. So when you hear assets, they think, oh, I have property somewhere, you know, and the likes. But however, it goes beyond just property. There's a broader meaning. So we're looking at securities generally. We're looking at maintaining, acquiring. We're looking at maximizing, multiplying securities. Now, it's like you're having different fruits in a basket. You have pineapple, you have oranges, you have apples. Asset management is having those different fruits in your basket, so which is acquiring them first, managing, maximizing, and of course turning them around, definitely.
Right. And you know, it's interesting when you say this and you put it like this, because when people talk about asset management, we see it as something that's only for a class of people. Like I said at the start, as a aspiring member of the 1%,
of the 1%,
right? And that's to let you know where I'm coming from.
Okay.
Because I also would, you know, I'm thinking of that, you know, coming off the background of that's something that rich people do, right? Okay. But really, is it something that only rich people do?
No, I would no. And I'll probably use myself as an example. I probably came into this market probably 15 years ago, and I was very young, very, very young at that. And if I could come into the market at that time with little or no knowledge and grow, I don't think it's for just rich people. And I think technology has helped quite a lot of asset management firms to reach out now to even beyond the urban, the rural areas. So, and because they've been able to do that, we have more people, not even in your 1%, come into this space to know, of course, and then to take advantage of the services that asset managers offer. All
right. So let's then bring it down to Utica Capital and talk about what exactly it is that Utica Capital offers when it comes to asset management and investments.
Okay. So basically, first and foremost, we are licensed. And I'm putting that emphasis on license.
Why is it important for you to say that?
Because it's critical for people to know out there that there's a need to deal with a licensed firm. So we are licensed by the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is the SEC in Nigeria, who regulates the business of every asset manager and or capital market operator in Nigeria. So first is we are licensed as a funds and portfolio management firm in Nigeria, and we offer diverse and of course various services from asset management, funds management, portfolio management, wealth management, you know, and the likes. So for us, it cuts across various sectors of asset management, from the stocks, from fixed income, from money market, from mutual funds. We cater to the public and, of course, to the 1% and the people that are not in the 1%.
So when you say, you know, there are several services, let's break it down.
Okay.
Right, so let's break it down. What would you offer, you know, young hustler, there's someone listening to us in a BRT bus now, excited, and would love to invest in asset, or, want to invest or, find a way to get to Utica Capital, what sort of services would you offer different, type of people depending on their income?
Okay, first is the first part of or bit of that is profiling. I need to know who you are, where you're coming from, how much do you earn, how informed are you. That's sometimes there's a gap there. So if you don't know how informed that person is, it's then difficult to know how to help. So I need to know how informed you are. I need to know your earning bracket. How much do you earn? And then I need to know one thing that is key is what's your objective? Is it short term? Is it medium term? Is it long term? So once I understand you from that perspective,
break that down.
Okay. So when I say when I say it's a short term, some of us just want to come in and go out, and that's why most people fall prey to Ponzi schemes. And so I tell quite a lot of people, when you're thinking of investments, basically vis-a-vis what you earn, you should sometimes short term may not cut it. It may not. If not, you will fall prey. It's quite a lot of schemes out there. And then I tell people, you need to understand, have an understanding. It's I mean, for lack of a better word, I'll probably say some of us are lazy. We don't want to do the dirty work, and so you feel okay. If someone has done that and tells me to say and is telling me bring 10,000 and collect 1 million, I know that person has done. But if you understand that no, you don't do this certain work. There's a process to that your 1,000 naira becoming 1,100 naira. There's a process to it, and it may not be in the short term. You may need to look medium term, long term. So once I understand that, I can then say, okay, do you know what? For what you're thinking of, for your objective, let's do fixed income. Let's do stock market. Let's do a mix. Let's look at assets outside the vanilla that we have, which is money market. Okay, let's look at can we come in to do digital assets? Can you do things like that? But most importantly, you need to understand first where they're coming from and meet them there, so that it's a jolly ride for both of you.
One thing that sort of scares people away from investments, particularly long-term investments in Nigeria, is just how quick it seems that the naira is losing value, right? And a lot of people will tell you, look, I can't put my money in fixed deposit accounts because it doesn't make any sense when the money comes out, especially given how fast the naira loses value. How do you respond to that?
Okay, I understand that angle. First and foremost, life is in phases. Yes, the naira seems to be losing today. It won't lose forever, trust me. Because as much as we encourage people to take risks, you can do investment in foreign currencies. We have investment. We have outlets where you can invest in other currencies other than the naira. Not a problem. And for me, what I tell people, what we usually say is we usually encourage people to diversify investments. You can have a mix of maybe naira there and then some other currencies. If you're unable to go the way of the big boys, let me use that word, we can help. We can communicate. Fine. If the minimum for the big boys is X amount, but you don't have that amount, okay, you can come in at this level and earn some interest, of course, at that level. So yes, we do offer services to invest in other currencies other than the naira.
Right. So if you can sort of give us a ballpark figure, how much is a good amount to start with?
To be honest with you, most of the time it will really depend on you. Now, if I don't know how much you earn and how much you're willing to set aside, it's difficult for me to tell you that. But for us, our minimum for us to come in to Utica as a client, to start your journey to wealth is as low as 100,000 naira.
Okay.
As low as that, you can come in. Now, that's on the fixed income side. We have, because we're looking to do mutual funds, which will definitely be lower. There will be a lower entry barrier to that. We're hopeful to get some approval from SEC, where we have a product for retail products that you can invest in any asset class that you think the 1% have access to with your 20,000 naira, you can come in and invest in that product.
Right. Is this just for salary earners?
No. You don't have to be a salary earner. You don't have to be a salary earner. No. You don't have to be, of course. But we're also using that product to drive financial inclusion. So beyond the urban areas, we're looking to go to see, even if you're in the rural area, you have access to investing in those assets that you think belong to just the 1%.
Right. Okay. Sounds very interesting, but there's only so much we can talk about this morning. How can we contact Utica? What information can you give us here?
Okay, so you can reach us on all our social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and then of course you can also reach us via call, and you can call us and also send us a WhatsApp message on 08. Do you mind if I call that out? Yeah, on 0703 164 8649. I can take that again. You can reach us via WhatsApp and via phone call on 0703 164 8649. I'll be waiting to take your call.
All right, then. Thank you very much. Adiran Kelsho is a portfolio manager with Utica Capital. And by the way, Utica spells UTICA. Utica Capital, which is an asset management company that provides top-notch investment and fund management services to corporate, mass affluent, and retail clients in Nigeria. Joining us this morning on Brands Now. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.